Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I've ever started one with hello. Actually, probably I have. But welcome to the Empty Slate. I don't have a big introduction because we're running behind on schedule because I adjusted some things and moved some things around, and you can see more of my beautiful chest. That's awkward to say, but you can
You do
always
have a very voluptuous chest, I guess.
voluptuous. Well, you know that voice. You know him well. He's the one, the only Baron von Roschke.
That's right.
The Jim to my Cornette, the Hulk to some people's Hogan, Mr. Chris Barnett. How are you, buddy?
Um, dude, I'm freaking tired, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm tired myself. It's been a long week. Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
Randy. I'm not Randy Rogers. I just got dark for a second. Well, that's just still on.
Hmm.
So it has been a very tumultuous week. Um, you know, you look at weeks like these and you're like, not only for your own mental health, but we'll get into our topic that, well, not really our topic, but we'll get into the thing that me and you talked about earlier this week. I'm going to put this hat on a little wider because it's either my head got fatter or this hat got smaller. But man, that thing's tight on my head.
Yeah, you look like
I'm
one of those
Tommy Tall.
penguins.
I'm
You
Tommy
know how
Tall Hat.
people have those pink was it penguins or whatever that had Q-tips in it? They had like a little top hat on it. That's kind of
No,
what
I
you
don't.
look
I
like.
don't. I don't. I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Oh well, we had
I'm.
one.
I'm gonna put it like real tall, like I'm a. Fuck me.
Well, we're 2 minutes in.
And we're done on YouTube. No, I'm kidding. Nobody's watching. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Man. So it has been a fun week. It's been a. Well, it's been a shitty week for. It's been a shitty
Uh-huh.
week for me as a Cowboy fan. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, me too as a Packers fan, but I don't expect a whole lot out of them this year, so that's fine. It's been a long ass week. 6 days in a row for me, man. It wears on you. I
Six
got
days.
I got to work 6 to get 2 off.
Damn.
Hmm. That's why I like my off days rotate.
I got you.
Yeah, so I got 1, 2, 3. Carry the one.
Plus
3 hours of
7.
sleep. Yeah,
3 hours. Damn.
I got 3 hours of sleep today, and woke up and started cooking my Texas-Cali Texas-Cali chili. That tells you how tired I am.
We're gonna get into that. What the
Yeah,
fuck
we'll
is
get into
that?
my Texas-Cali turkey chili. And I went to Atwoods.
Why
I bought
does
me
it
some
keep
new blue
doing that?
jeans. It's
Is it
because you
my
keep
lamp?
shading. No, it's a hat.
Oh well, I guess I'll take the hat off and show my ratty ass
You're
hair.
shading the camera. Went to Atwoods. I bought $130 worth of blue jeans and shirts. I needed to. I have no clothes.
Buy a belt.
Yeah, but belt only tightens so far.
Buy some zip ties.
I needed some good jeans. I got some work jeans. I needed some good
Hey,
blue jeans.
Jethro Bodine lived his entire life with just a rope. You could too.
Yeah, but I got a disease. I got the no acid all.
Oh, you got that Hank Hill ass.
Yeah.
Um,
Then I went and I changed the oil in my work car, and I was so freaking tired. I ended up tightening the oil filter instead of loosening it to take it off. Yeah.
well,
That
that
was a
sounds
mess.
like a. That sounds like a little bit of a long day there, sir.
Yeah, very.
It's killing me. So you are going to Jason Aldean Saturday?
Yeah.
What made you want to go to Jason Aldean? For the
I'm married.
okay, it's not my hat because I'm doing some weird things and my head's. I think it's the lamp.
I'm married.
I'm married, but the only concert I've ever gone to that
She
me and
wanted
my
to
wife.
go. I'm like, we go to concerts together, and it's fun. I went. Was it last year? He was at the Starplex. It's fun.
You go for the bitches. Yeah. I'm kidding. What happened to our YouTube page? Did it get closed down? Because I just searched the empty slate. It's not there.
It's still there.
I spelled slate very wrong.
Well, that could be why.
I put the empty state. And it's still not there. What the hell? Oh, there we are. There we are. We are live. Oh, volume. We got one in there. It's me. Yeah. Okay. So I was just curious because I'm not a huge modern country fan.
I like Jason Aldean. His songs are catchy. I mean, they're almost all the same, in reality, but they're catchy and they're fun and they're drinking songs.
They're catchy and they're fun.
They're fun to sing out loud. And they got a good rock tune to them, so.
Well, so is Mariah Carey's Fantasy, but you don't see me doing that every day.
Well, I have been known to enjoy some Mariah Carey from time to time.
I bet you sing All I Want for Christmas.
Fantasy, baby.
Oh, God.
I listen to boy bands too, if you want to get onto it. I like the boy bands. If NSYNC was to come to town again, yes, I would go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the Empty Slate. This may be our shortest episode ever, and it may be our last.
Why are you hating on boy? You listened to NSYNC back in the day.
No,
Bye Bye was on one of your mix CDs. Admit it.
Bye Bye. There was never a boy band song.
Yes, I
will put that on my life. There was never a boy band song on any of my mixtape CDs. Never.
Well, that's where you and I are different.
I'm going to 100% agree because you're wearing a rainbow flag on your head.
Yeah, it fits, unlike yours.
Hey, I got a big ass head, and sometimes hats shrink.
Right. I've heard of them stretching. I've never heard of one.
Bro, hats
shrinking.
do shrink. No, you are an absolute.
Never heard of a hat shrinking. I need a beer assistant. Where's Richard Rawlings when you need him?
That's why you do this.
I know, but I don't want to drink that much. It's a lot of calories in Ziegenbach. This is my first ever 6-pack of Ziegenbach, and I will tell you, I will buy another one. I like it. My buddy Jesse told me about it. So, Jesse, I know you listen, so thanks.
Ziegenbach used to be
beer tip.
So I'm trying something, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying something that I haven't ever tried with very little episodes of recording anything with anybody. I don't have one of my TVs on because there's no sports on that I really care to watch, and B, I don't really feel like watching SmackDown because a while ago, the product that they put on there was a tag team called Pretty Deadly and Sheamus's buddies, the Brawling Brutes. And Pretty Deadly came out wearing pink tights with pink quarter shirts that weren't even below their nipples. And I was like,
So SmackDown's gone woke, basically.
Well, no, SmackDown has gone like, okay, we're going to fill a commercial break, so let's put this tag team on real quick.
Yeah.
Our favorite guest has chimed in. Or can you see these? Are you going to share these? Shit.
You told me not to share them anymore. Do you want me to share them?
You lying bastard. The two podcast hosts that go together like lamb and tuna fish. I got that reference.
Yeah.
There's a very good memo in the future. Well, Brian, bye to your comments. Sorry.
That was wrong on so many levels. No.
I'm delirious.
He was supposed to be on the show today.
Yeah, he was, and he had prior engagements.
Yeah,
he is a very popular podcast host that has many circles that he runs in, and many dogs that he takes care of, and
we'll get him on eventually.
And many tasks that his redheaded wife, what does he call it? Redheaded girl, the little redheaded girl. Sorry, Brian. That she asked him to do. So he is a busy man on top of being a very busy podcaster. And sometimes we just can't get him to shut up. I'm just kidding.
His mother-in-law's in the hospital. So prayers. Hopefully she gets out.
Thanks for making me look like a dick.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't shut up enough so I could sneak that in.
I wasn't trying to put the man's business on the streets.
Well, he put it out himself.
Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the Empty Slate. My name is Russ, and I am out of here. No. I'm kidding. God.
Dick. I swear.
Thanks, Chris.
Ryan, I hope you're watching with headphones. God. I need another beer. That's the problem. I need another beer.
Text one of your 8 kids.
They're gone.
All of your children are gone.
One's at work. The other one's with the wife going to get the oldest car washed. And then the boy is doing what adolescent boys do, alone in the room.
So text him and tell him to bring you a beverage.
Nah, I'm good. There's 147 calories in a Ziegenbach. I'm good. I had 2 today. What? Don't give me that look.
You just said you wanted another beer,
but
I give you an option and you don't take it.
Well, to be honest, my phone is my camera right now. And so.
Oh my God. Anyway.
He won't answer the whole line.
That's okay. So you want to get into some sports quick hits before we talk about some stuff that's kind of serious?
Batter up,
baby. Hey, ALCS bound. That is what it's all about right now for, I guess, you know what, for me. And I have been contemplating this, Chris. And I'm going to say something in a public forum with a total of 2 people watching, you included. I say this now publicly. I will sacrifice a Dallas Cowboys winning season for a Rangers World Series win.
Yeah.
I would sacrifice. You're a Packer fan. Shut the hell up.
Well, I would sacrifice a Cowboys winning season for that too.
I hate you so much. You can't say that. You're not allowed to say that, sir. You're not allowed to say that. I was my niece just now because she's done that same thing. You can't say that. You can't say that. You're not allowed to say that. It's not for you to say, sir.
Anyway,
it's not for you. It's true though. It is not for you to say.
Why
because you're a Packer fan.
So
and you can't.
I'd give up a Packers winning season.
Your Packers are going to win this season.
I know, so that's why I'll give it up.
That's not even. This may be our best episode yet because I may quit mid-season. You can't see that. No, mid-season. We're in season 1. We're gonna have 25. We're gonna have 25. We're gonna have no. I'm sorry. We're gonna have 30 episodes a season. We're 3/4 through the season.
I wonder if we're gonna have like a Thanksgiving special.
That would be cool. So anyway, but yes, I'm not gonna lie to you. Game 3, I sat adjacent to this computer. I had the windows open because it was nice outside, and I watched 100% of that game. And I was a nervous freaking wreck. I honestly did not. Man, I going into that game, I was more nervous for that game than I was game 2 of the. I'm just going to say. I can give you a short synopsis there, B Little, and to the 2 other people that are watching, or 1 other person. Wait a minute, it's Brian and me. Never mind. So anybody else that may listen to this later, you know why Chris is a Packer fan? Because he has a man crush, which is non-homosexual, on Aaron Rodgers. But actually, it was Brett Favre.
There you go.
It was Brett Favre, and he became a Packer fan without the wishes of his mother, because his mother is a die-hard Cowboys fan. I watched her beat him with a belt to try to beat the Cowboys into him with a belt with a big star belt buckle on it. She beat him in the back like he was just a piece of meat on the tenderizer. Just, you're a Cowboy fan. You're a Cowboy fan.
I thought you were going to say something else there for a second.
Never worked. He still became a Packer fan. And to this day, we still beat him with the same star Cowboy belt. And he still won't listen to us.
I've gotten to the point where I like being beat with that belt.
That's weird. But no,
I'd say pull my hair a little bit, but
he is a Cowboy fan because he is a fan of the Brett Favre, who is he's a Hall of Famer. Let's say that. And then you stuck with him through the Aaron Rodgers years, and then you grew a slight man crush on Aaron Rodgers, and you froze, scratching your head, but now you're unfroze. And you followed him to the Jets prematurely, and then he blew his Achilles, and so you went back to the Packers.
I didn't okay, hang on. Let's clear it up. I didn't flip-flop from Packers to the Jets. I wore that shirt because Aaron Rodgers is undefeated at AT&T Stadium, and we'll face it, that's the only reason why I wanted to go. That's the only reason why I got tickets to that specific game.
I call
Jesus is coming behind you.
Bullshit.
Now, do I follow the Jets? Yeah. Of course I still follow the Jets. I like the Jets. But Packers are my team.
Let's be honest. Last week I was at Chris's house. We went to our homecoming game, and he said, "Hey, come here. Let me show you something." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Let me show." He opened up his closet. He had a Bailey Zappi jersey from New England Patriots. And so he's a fair weather fan. I mean, let's be honest.
That's not the only thing I showed you.
Yeah, for some reason you had a dress in there that said Aaron Rodgers' baby. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. No, in all seriousness, that's why.
Thunder, but
in all seriousness, we do have our Texas Rangers going to the ALCS against the Astros, and boy, am I nervous on that one. It's going to be a fun series. I think that going into this series, Rangers did not fare well against the Astros this season, so we'll see what happens.
All right. The last two, I guess you could say playoff games, last 2 series
Tampa
have
Bay
been
and
really,
Baltimore.
yeah, they've been really weird for me.
What do you mean weird?
Well, they just beat the best team. They beat the best team in the AL. Swept them. Obviously, it was just 5 games. It's a 5-game series. I mean, but to win 3 in a row like that, and then sweep Tampa after, I'm going to say it, backing into the playoffs. That's where I don't understand. That's where I don't understand this team.
What do you not understand though? Because I mean, I'm genuinely curious. Like, what do you not get?
Well, how do you back into the playoffs?
What's a back? Like, how did they back into the playoffs?
Well, they had a chance to lock up the number 1 seed, right?
Right, but before they had a chance to lock up the number 1 seed, they won a game to get them into the playoffs.
Yes. But the way I see it, they also lost out on the opportunity to be the number 1 seed by losing 5 straight?
Well, I mean, their losing streak that they went on was, I mean, it was.
That's what I'm saying, is that they're hot and then they're cold.
Well,
and when they're hot, and they're red hot.
But
what team are we going to get now? That's what I'm trying to understand.
But the losing streak, though, I mean, that was in a weird time. I mean, the losing streak was during a spot for them where there was a lot of injuries. There was a lot of injuries in the bullpen, in the starting rotation, and in their lineup. Is that an excuse? No, but you look at this lineup now, and they have most of those guys back. Actually, they have 90% of those guys, but actually they have 100% of those guys back in their lineup. Some of those guys are in their rotation are done for the season, but they're going. Hopefully, nothing has been. Excuse me. There's nothing been officially announced that I've seen today. Max Scherzer said that he is ready to go for the ALCS. He wants to play. I haven't seen anything on John Gray, but going into the ALCS right now, you could have a totally different lineup than you had in both the Tampa Bay series and the Baltimore series. You throw in Scherzer and John Gray, and you put in Big Jordan Montgomery, or no, he's going to be in their lineup, and Dane Dunning or Uvalde. No, actually, Dane Dunning's probably going to go to the bullpen. So you're going to have Uvalde. It'll be Scherzer, Uvalde, Jordan Montgomery, and then John Gray. Holy bejesus. If that can be your ALCS lineup, call me baseball horny, but man, that is something to be happy about right there. And we shall see if it happens. I don't know if it's going to. Like I said, I hadn't seen anything today, but it's going to be fun. And being an ALCS, I'd like to look back in the history books, and I guarantee you it's probably never happened that 2 Texas teams, the Texas Rangers and the Armpit Astros, have ever been in the ALCS. I guarantee it's probably never happened. And go ahead.
2 teams from the same state?
No, I'm saying for Texas. I'm saying for the ALCS, for the American League Championship, it's probably never been in the history of baseball.
Astros have been National League since their inception until, 3 years ago?
Oh, it's been longer than 3 years, bro.
Has it?
Yeah.
4 years, 5 years, maybe?
But that's what I'm saying. It's probably never been. I mean, regardless, when they were in the ALC or in the NL,
assistant.
it's. Oh, is he here?
Right here. Thank you.
Hey, hi, Alyssa. Oh, she can't hear me. Never mind. Dude.
No. Yeah, headphones.
But yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. It's going to be nerve wracking as shit because I still do have a lot of friends that live down in Houston that I know from my car show days, and they talk shit, and so it's gonna be fun.
I got family too from there, so yeah, they're talking shit already on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Maybe we don't have to cheat to win.
Banging on the trash can. Another sports quick hit. The Cowboys got beat by the 49ers, but the Stars won yesterday.
A season opener, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was season opener.
Saw Justin Gilly out there supporting the Stars.
Rated JG, shout out.
Yeah.
JG
Packers lost Monday night.
I don't want to talk about football teams losing. I really don't. It was a bad weekend last weekend for the football teams of Russell to be a fan of me or me to be a fan of them because got beat by Alabama. Didn't even show up in San Francisco.
Texas lost Saturday. Well, you don't want them to lose to the Sooners.
You are correct. You don't want them to lose to Oklahoma.
I mean, but they did.
I will say that is the best time to go to the state fair.
How?
You know why?
I don't like people, so why?
No. You know why? Because 99% of the people that are at the state fair that day go into the game.
Oh, yeah.
So you go to the state fair when they get there, they go into the game. That place is a freaking, it's a ghost town. There may be 1,000 people walking around there. You do all the things you want to do.
Go to the auto show.
You go to the auto show. You take the kids to the fairway. You go look at the food courts. You go buy you a corny dog and a funnel cake and whatever kind of fried shit they got out there this year. And then boom, you look at the time. You look at the score. You look at the minutes on the clock on the phone. You go, there's 3 minutes left on the clock. This game is a blowout. Let's get the hell out of here. Or if it's a tie game, you go, hey, it's a tie game. Let's go over here and look at the vendor area and maybe buy a hot tub because they sell 1,000 of. Oh, did I just pull that out? I did. I just pulled my charger out of the laptop. They sell 1,000 of those there. So you go to the state fair when it's Texas OU weekend, but you go to the fair, not Texas OU. Man, I've done it once or twice in my life, and every time I'm like, this was the best decision I've ever made in my life to go to the fair, because 98% of the time when you go to the fair, minus I guess maybe you can tell us about your time when you went this past 2 weekends ago or whenever you went opening weekend, or wasn't it?
We went on Wednesday.
So you went. This
we went on. Week. Yeah, we went the 4th.
Yeah. So minus a couple times that I've been, it has been elbow to asshole 90% of the time.
Well, yeah, because you're off Saturday, Sundays, so.
No, well, I mean, the few times that Jessica and I have gone, we've gone during the week because she gets the teacher tickets. So all we have to do is buy one ticket for me to get in and pay for
like
parking
on fair day or something.
Yeah. So we go during the week.
That's the thing. Like, we don't go on fair days.
No. I'm not saying we go during the fair. We don't go during the fair day, but we go like when her ticket is available to go. So it's during the week, but it's still so busy.
I don't know what it was. I don't know why it wasn't busy when we went. I don't know if it's because of the threat of severe weather that day, because it stormed like a son of a bitch that night. But I don't know.
So what was
we had full access to every single car at the auto show. Traeger had a big ass booth there.
Was there anything that stood out?
At the fair?
Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, it's the
You're the
same old
most
shit,
boring
really.
podcast host.
What am I?
What was in the Traeger booth?
They did have their new griddle.
How big?
That I don't know. It's whatever the I don't know. I think it's a 4 burner griddle. I've considered it. I mean, it's propane, but
I do want a griddle.
yeah, you got a good place to put it. I don't. See, my back patio is open.
Well, but I mean, even for the garage, I can. I mean, like you said, I got a good place to put it, so I can put it in the garage. But I don't want like a big one because it's just me and Jess. But man, I'd love to have one of those for
You got
you
this
know.
dude that comes over at least twice a month.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't eat anything, but I like to cook on it.
Like nibbling, like a little mouse over there.
I wouldn't mind making like some Hitachi. I mean hibachi.
I do want to make some hibachi. I do want to like
Throw like some
throw
shrimp and rice.
yeah, throw some rice down, throw some maybe some like some at Kroger. I was at Kroger earlier, and they have shaved beef, and then they have
Oh
shaved
yeah,
pork. Throw that in there.
make some cheesesteaks.
See, yeah, season that stuff up with like make some cheesesteaks with some peppers and onions.
Some holy
That's
cow.
that's kind of what I want to do with like a griddle. Plus, like you said, making breakfast is always cool on it. I mean, you can make a scramble. You can throw down and throw a shitload of bacon on one. My brother-in-law has one that's hell. I think it's probably the length. It's probably the width of my desk. So it's probably one of the bigger size ones. And we've done brunch over there a couple times. And you can probably. I think I saw him put 2 packs of bacon on one.
Damn.
Like, yeah. I mean, the one that he has. I mean, it was. And he was putting them all on there, and he had just one of those big long. One of the big long spatulas. He's like I mean, it looked like it was a Waffle House. You know what I mean?
I feel like he's working at Waffle House.
You know, you just see the bacon grease just splashing up and everything, and he was. It was funny because there was a friend there with him, and he was standing behind the griddle, and he's like, "Bobby, your grease is running over, man. You better dump that." And so I had to dump the grease out because it was starting to run over the. I mean, you see the grease trap on some of those. It's
Tiny.
probably, yeah. I mean, it's probably about what 6-8 inches long, and it's probably only 2 or 3. It's probably not even 2 or 3 inches deep.
No,
Probably like
it's
an inch
not.
and a half deep.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell are you gonna do? I'm gonna cook some bacon on this. Oh yeah, well I'm gonna have to dump the grease like
You can't cook a whole pig on
14 times. But I did see a really nice one at Home Depot yesterday that was 22 or 20, maybe in 20. It was either 22 or 24. It was a Traeger. It was a smaller one. It was
griddle?
a propane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that
what
one.
it is. Yeah.
I
it
really
a
like
lot.
that one. I think
I like
those
how
are
the actual griddle sits down, so it's not affected as much by the wind.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they have because when they first came out, they had those ones that had the complete removable lid.
Yeah.
And now they have them where it's just like a fold down lid. You know what I mean?
Like a propane grill.
Yeah.
See, that's what I kind of want. I want a propane grill where I can have a griddle insert.
I guarantee you it probably won't be long before one of the grill makers probably makes a.
I want to say
they make
Blaze makes one.
So it's half grill, half griddle.
No, it's just an insert. Like you take your grill grates out, and then you put your griddle in, and you have a griddle.
Oh, okay. See, I was thinking like if they made one that was like, let's say you've got one that's 36 inches or 48 inches. It's half grill, half griddle, but it's still all propane.
Rectech came out with a pellet griddle.
Pellet griddle.
Yeah. I haven't watched like the YouTube videos on it. I don't know. To me, you would think like where the fire pot is, that would be like the hot spot.
Right.
And that would warp, and I don't know.
A pellet griddle.
Yeah, but
I mean for pellets, though, you're thinking just Me
It's
and I'm thinking pellets. I'm thinking smoking.
Yeah. I don't know if it's to get like a little bit of wood flavor in your griddle. I don't know, or just to use it as fuel. But to me, that would be really expensive.
Yeah,
Way more expensive than propane and propane accessories.
I would definitely rather have the propane griddle.
Yeah. I like the idea of it, for pellet owners like me that have pellets already. One less thing you gotta buy, but in reality, it's not smart. I don't
No.
think. That's just me.
One thing that I do want to invest in the next couple of years is probably like the standing burner. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
have like
Yeah.
because you could
Like a
put the
turkey
pot,
fryer kind of a deal.
yeah, like a turkey fryer type of deal, but one that you can put like a wok on or the pot on.
Yeah. You should invest in a Traeger. I'm not gonna lie.
I looked at them yesterday when we were at Home Depot. I really did. I looked at the smaller ones, the
Yeah.
smaller pellet ones.
My buddy Jesse's got the Pro 575, I think. He's made some really good stuff on it. Should
Yeah, the
You don't have to go like I did. I spent way too much money on mine.
yeah, but yours is nice. Like yours is really nice.
Yeah, but I spent a lot of money on it. That I
But the only there's two negatives for me. One is I can't find the thing on this chair to make it not lean back when I lean to the back because I'm gonna fall backwards. Two,
lean with it.
I don't think this chair has one of those. Maybe it's always gonna lean. I don't know. Um, maybe it does. I don't know. So I can't lean back. My neck's killing me. Um, the only thing about pellets, there's something to me that is always, I'm going to say the word entertaining, but it's not it's not an entertaining factor, but there's something to me that's a draw for a wood smoker. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it's,
Like a real smoker, like a
yeah, like the one
smoke
I have,
burner.
the
I mean,
offset smoker.
yeah,
There's just something
wood
that to
burner.
me that's always a draw to that. And I think really and truly, personally, I wish I was getting better at it, but I don't take the time to go out there and do it. And
Well, that's kind of the thing, right? That's the draw of a pellet cooker is you don't have to have the time. You
it's
fill it
Ron
up with
Popeil.
pellets.
It's Ron Popeil, set it and forget it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the Showtime rotisserie,
But
basically.
I don't. There's something about that just does not draw me to
It's like
that.
you're cheating, right? You're not
In a
putting in the.
way, yes.
It's just another tool. If you want, I've made really good stuff on my Weber,
And
right?
I've tasted some of your smoked stuff, and it's very good. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah,
You don't make bad stuff on a pellet smoker. There's just something that there's
it's the
something
art,
that
the
draw.
lure. I understand, but what I'm saying is, it's the convenience of to where you don't really have to babysit a fire. If you have the time, yes, hone in on your craft and learn the technique. But if you want a really good brisket on a Wednesday, follow the Matt Pittman weekday brisket with a Traeger, and you'll have great brisket.
Right.
But on
No, I'm not disagreeing with that.
those weekends where you want to sit by a fire for 12, 14 hours and babysit a brisket, you you have a really cool old Oklahoma Joe, one of the originals that's an actual really good smoker.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can
Yeah.
sit by it. I don't because like the smoker I want to buy, I can buy a used Honda Civic for a really nice used Honda Civic or that Skyline
Um,
that I sent you.
and you know, I sorry, hang on. I'm not disagreeing because the fun part for me about it is you know, started on an early Saturday. And the one thing I do want to do, and I probably will. Actually, no, I don't want to do it. I probably want to do like a half, and then I'll do a whole. But I want to do a brisket. I want to try, and I'll probably have to go to HEB, and I'll do the half brisket.
Don't get,
and
you just get a full packer. I'll show you how to trim it.
well, I mean, I'm not worried about trimming it. I remember I worked in a meat market.
Well, then I can show you. I can
Trimming it is not the problem. It's
Yeah.
smoking the motherfucker and not making it chewer, like making it harder than chewing gum is the problem.
It's just having a really good clean fire, things like that.
Right. And that's the thing is I do kind of have that convenience because I am one of those guys that, I don't have kids, so I don't have a lot going on. But I do have that ability to, wake up in the morning on a Saturday and fire that smoker up and get it rolling and throw a pork butt on there, throw a rack of ribs on there or something.
You just have to know that you're not going to eat that thing that day.
Well, a pork butt you can eat that day, but not a brisket, yes.
Yeah. So, like my Weber, I got it dialed in to where it is set it and forget it for me. I can either do a snake method around there and throw a brisket on and just let it cook all day long if I want to, or I can do the minion method where you have all the charcoal to one side and you light one end of it and it burns down the whole pile. Whichever way you want to do it, I can do.
I'm listening.
It's just,
I was trying
God, the Traeger's so easy. Like, I want to do another pork butt. Uh-oh. I want to do another pork butt.
Was that your stomach?
No, that was my microphone. It failed.
We're talking about barbecue.
Yeah.
Why does my camera keep doing that?
I think it's the lighting.
I know. It's weird. It never did that until I put the freaking laptop up a little higher.
All right, so I'm going to give you a hint. Download this app called Cameo. Or Camo. Download the app called Camo and download it to your computer too. And you can use your phone as your camera. So you don't get all that.
I mean, one thing I will say that I'm getting better at. Actually, no, one thing I will say I'm getting great at is smoking a bologna.
I'm not a fan of it.
God, I love smoked bologna.
I used to like bologna, but I ate so much of it. I can't do bologna anymore. Like it. I want to gag.
Well, that's been barbecue talk with Chris and Russ.
I got all my soap in. Did I tell you about all the soap I ordered?
No.
I was in a freaking stupor. I ordered $100-something worth of soap from Duke Cannon.
Jesus. Why?
Well,
did you get about 4 White Claws deep?
Yeah, and like, all right. So I was a huge Harry's fan, right? I always use the Harry's product, the razors, the shaving cream, the body wash, all that stuff. And then they came out freaking super woke,
right?
And they called men non-birthing parents, non-birthing people. That's what they called men. And I'm like, well, fuck them. And so I wasn't drunk, but I had taken some sleep medication. I took like two Unisom, I think, to go to sleep. And I woke up.
Sleep medication.
Yeah, sleep.
I thought you said slick medication. I was like,
sleep.
What the fuck is slick medication?
That's hemorrhoid cream.
Astroglide.
Yeah. No, sleep. I took some Unisom. I took 2 of them where the actual dosage is 1. And I had some melatonin. Anyway, I woke up in the middle of the, night and ordered like $115 worth of Duke Cannon. It's not the first time it's happened.
Does it smell good?
Oh, it's awesome. They gave me a sticker.
Does
don't
your
know if you can
skin
see
feel
it.
fresh?
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah, I can kind of see it. You can hold it if you hold it in front of your Ninja Turtle shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. They sent me a sticker because I spent $115.
Oh yeah, you got a free sticker.
But I did use my points or cash back from Capital One, so it technically, I don't know, maybe it cost me something, maybe it didn't. I don't know.
Wow.
It's not the first. That's the sad thing, though. That's not the first time it's happened. I've woken up in the middle of the night and I've ordered soap before.
I'm gonna just change hats again, just because I'm having fun changing hats. Because I have 4 hats sitting here. I have this one. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, we have been live for 46 minutes. No, okay.
I just had to fuck with you a little bit. But yeah, that's something that I have a problem.
You like to buy soap.
I do.
So
you still haven't ragged on me about my turkey chili. I'm waiting on it.
Well,
I figure we just go ahead and get it out. And
okay. First of all, are you the reason? Wait, why Texas-Cali
okay, Ross.
turkey chili? Why? First of all, why? First of
okay,
all,
so I made the name up.
Hang on, second. What the fuck is Texas-Cali turkey chili? Third, just because you put Carolina Reaper cheese in it doesn't make it manly. Fourth, you cooked it in a crock pot.
Not all the way. I use cast iron.
Fifth,
first.
What the actual fuck is and why?
All right,
Turkey
so
chili.
You want me to break down like what I put in it?
No, I don't.
What?
I just want to know why you made something called Texas-Cali turkey chili.
I just created the name.
Bags under my. Oh no.
I just made the name up.
So you made the name up. Yeet.
Yeah.
And but
I made turkey chili.
Why?
Because I don't eat beef. I don't eat that much beef. Like everything that I can replace.
It's not bad for you.
It's bad for me. The saturated fat, the inflammatory byproduct of it is bad for me.
Have you ever heard of the carnivore diet?
I didn't say it's bad for everybody, or it wasn't. I'm just saying it's bad for me.
Maybe it's not the beef.
Since I've stopped eating beef, I am not as bloated. I'm not as inflamed. My joints don't hurt as much.
And you also have grown a vagina.
And I lost a whole human. Yeah. Popped it right out of that grown vagina. So all I did was I did 2 pounds of turkey, 85-15 turkey, the meat church seasoning, a whole onion, 2 poblanos, 1 serrano, fire roasted tomatoes with garlic, 2 small cans of tomato sauce, and 1 Ziegenbach. And threw it in a crock. Well, I cooked everything down and then I threw it in a crock pot. That's the same way I make his Texas chili with the roast and all that stuff last year. I just used ground turkey instead. I wanted to do ground turkey and ground venison, but HEB's venison was $12 a pound, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to pay that much money for it. It was already it was already pretty expensive buying the shit that I eat as it is. What?
I get it. You like to eat healthy. You're trying to eat less
And I
meat.
put the reason why I call it Texicali is because I put beans in it.
That doesn't make it Texicali. That just makes it Texas Northern. Actually, that makes it stew.
Amarillo chili.
That makes it meat stew.
It was good. You want some? Come over and get
mm,
some.
Well, Sunday, come over. Um, so we did have a purpose before we've gone on a smoker tangent and all that kind of stuff. Because starting our I have to quit doing that. Because starting our show, we did talk about, how tough these kind of weeks are. You asked me, did I want to talk about what was going on in Israel, and I said we could. And after I thought about it, I kind of just we can give our opinions, and we can say what we've seen. But I think that's where we kind of leave it, right?
Yeah. I mean, so I've been watching some news,
I've been
and
watching way too much news.
see, and I don't. I quit. I quit watching the news, and that's probably to my own detriment. Not keeping up with some things. But when I heard about Hamas attacking Israel and this ensuing war, it really got me thinking that we are already in the middle of World War III, and we just don't know it yet. That's kind of my take on it. Like, I don't understand why these radical Islams and these radical Islamic groups want to just annihilate everybody who doesn't believe like them and can't leave well enough alone to where they have to be the only one on the planet. Like, they can't just live and let live like we do. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why there has to be this kind of conflict. If they want to assault their own women, rape their own women, and the things that they have done to women and children, that's their prerogative, but don't put that shit on somebody else. And don't force somebody else into your beliefs. That's where I stand.
So where I stand, this is probably one of the weirdest not emotions, but feelings that I've had about a situation that really doesn't involve us yet, and I'm I'm fully expecting it to involve us. Um,
We've already started to send aid.
my so I mean, I know we don't get a lot of people listening to this, and I mean, this what I'm about to say is just how I feel. War is money.
Yes.
War is
Wasn't it that
terrible.
movie War Dogs that proved that?
Uh, you know, I watched War Dogs twice, and I don't remember it. War is also something that is not good on either side.
Right.
I, like I said, I have oversaturated the shit out of myself to where I shouldn't have, to where it made me just absolutely just oblivious to what was going on and right in front of your face. But if you look at these situations, and I really honestly don't care if people think I'm stupid. Things in this world happen for a reason. When I say that, war creates money. War also creates opportunity. You are looking at a government in the United States right now that does not have a Speaker of the House. You're looking at a government right now that says they cannot appoint a Speaker of the House. You're looking at a government that's about to go into an election. You're looking at a government that's trying to put the number one Republican candidate in prison and your current president in the mental institution. Because you have a lot of Democrats that don't want to back that man.
Right.
The conspiracy theorist in myself says everything happens for a reason. When you look at the broader picture of everything that's going on, and you step back with not rose-colored glasses, but just question mark colored glasses. I don't know what you want to call it. You start to question a lot of shit that's going on. You start to question who is really in charge. You really try to think, what the fuck is going on? Is everything that some of these people like Alex Jones coming true? Do they really want a one world government? Is this another opportunity for them to make a one world government? I don't know. But I will say this. What is going on in Israel, in Gaza, is sad on both sides. There are people dying, and it shouldn't happen.
Absolutely.
You have a terrorist group called Hamas that could be ISIS affiliated.
Most likely are.
Maybe not ISIS affiliated. Most likely are. And it's really, really sketchy. There's a lot of bad things going on. But one thing that somebody pointed out to me that actually wasn't pointed out to me by personally, it was pointed out to me on social media. And this is one thing that makes you think. If Russia had leveled Gaza like they did in Ukraine, this administration would have already been in war. I don't give a damn what anybody says. If this administration was still there and Russia had done to Ukraine that Hamas has done to Israel or Gaza, I don't think it's the same situation. Call me skeptical, but I don't think it's the same. We stand with Israel doesn't mean the same thing that we stand with Ukraine.
If it was up to me, I would protect the Holy Land more than I would Ukraine. If Israel falls, which I don't think they will, they have enough manpower to take care of themselves.
I'm not disagreeing.
It's it will be very bad. I believe, honestly, you could say that we're in the end of times if Israel were to fall to Hamas and Palestine.
It's weird because we're a country and we have a lake called Lake Palestine. So we say Palestine. But when you say Palestine, people are like, what? No, Palestine, excuse me.
Yeah.
That is a weird thing because I got called out on that earlier today, actually.
Yeah, excuse my Texan. So that's my 2 cents on it. I need to watch more. I need to figure out what's going on. There is this YouTube channel that I watch very often, I guess. It's Valuetainment, and one of the guys that's on it is Iranian. Was he's Iranian descent. He grew up in Iran. He's in America now, a very successful businessman in Iran or from Iran in America. Very, very it's worthwhile a watch. It really is. It's worth a watch. He goes into pretty good detail every episode on what's going on right now. It was more political and like economic related, but now with all this shit going on between Iran and Palestine and the Middle East and Israel and all that kind of stuff, he's kind of really taking it on full strength. It's worth a watch.
You can share Brian's comment because it's worth the share. You gonna read it or you want me to?
You can. You're a better reader than I am.
The Book of Revelations could validate that we are headed for pre-tribulations. It's not impossible.
See, and I know there's a lot of people out there that don't buy into the Bible and that kind of stuff, but I do, and I can see this stuff going on, and I can see that we could be heading for the end of times if we're not already in it. We just don't know it, or it could just be a bad thing going on. You know, who really knows?
Who knows? Well, on a positive note, we always like to end on kind of a positive note around here. If you are, if what?
So what a way to bring a room down with this topic.
If you are in the tomorrow, if you're in the DFW area, wake up, open your windows, put a fan in your windows, and just suck in all of that cold front because tomorrow morning it's going to be in the 50s. It's going to be beautiful. Shut up, Chris, because you're going to put a coat on. You're going to put some long socks on.
No, listen. Or take your happy ass down to Ennis to the Motorplex and enjoy some great nitro.
Oh.
In that cold, crisp fall air.
Is it too late
for the AAA Texas Fall Nationals?
Is it too late for you to not get Jason Aldean tickets and we go?
Sorry, I know.
No, just
I wanted to go to the eliminations Sunday.
Just tell your wife that I kidnapped you. The smell of nitro just burning your nostrils and putting the beautiful tears in your eyes.
Yep. Brian knows all about that one.
They need to make that into a candle.
They do. They have one. It's called Race Fuel.
Wait, is that real?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to close up this so I can go to Amazon and find the Race Fuel candle. It has been an hour.
Go to Amazon.
It has been an hour of 4 minutes of absolute riveting content. We have talked barbecue. We have talked sports. We have talked politics. We have talked everything that you could want in a podcast. And I hope, I very truly, very true, very sure, whatever. I truly hope that you enjoyed yourself because I enjoyed myself.
It
Because
sounds like you were doing something under the desk.
enjoyed myself.
You know, if people at Duke Cannon are listening or watching, hook a brother up, and maybe this will help us get our own Sirius XM show.
We are not sponsored by Duke Cannon, but we do love the people at Duke Cannon.
We
Smells
do.
great, feels good on your skin, never leaves a rash.
That's right.
Not like those people at
Harry's.
Dove. I was just gonna say Dove because I just buy cheap soap.
This is not Dial Gold.
Hey, you can't go wrong with some old. What? No, what's the other? What's the Irish Spring?
I got some of that in a cabinet right now.
Every grandpa smelled like Irish Spring.
Yeah,
because that's what they bought. Because it had a paper tear off. You just tear the thing off, throw it in the trash. Even if you forgot, you just stack them up in there. My dad was a Zest guy though.
Zestfully clean.
Oh, my dad would not.
Look at what Brian said. You got all that with all that responsibility. Got a sticker with all that irresponsibility. Yeah, it was quote unquote free, Brian. Just so you know, it was with cash back from using my Cap One card. So much.
All right, quick question.
Yeah,
my dad was a Zest guy. He only from the time that I was old enough to remember to the time after my dad passed, I can remember my dad would only use Zest bars, the ugly turquoise, very soapy smelling bars. What was your dad? What was your dad? What was this soap?
Dial Gold.
Dial Gold. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
typically what we had.
Oh God. Okay. Hang on. Before we end, what was the soap that had the flame on it? Okay. Damn it. I'm gonna have to Google this.
Soap with the flame. Oh, I don't know. I know when we were growing up, we had Irish Spring. There's two different scents of Irish Spring. You had like a mountain something, and then original, and then Dial Gold and Coast, Lever 2000. We better get a soap sponsorship out of this, by the way.
Okay, maybe it wasn't a flame. Shit, never mind. Anywho, ladies.
Old Spice.
God, Old Spice. Good old Old Spice.
Brian says he still uses Zest. Zestfully clean,
I couldn't use Zest. Zest would, true story, Zest would break me out in freaking hives.
Really?
Yeah. Couldn't use it.
See, I don't like Dove because Dove just like disintegrates in the water. Like you get it just a little bit wet and it's gone in 3 days.
Yeah.
But
I bought a couple of the Sasquatch ones.
Yeah.
Very expensive, but they lasted a good time.
Not to me, they don't.
Really?
No. That's why I started buying these body washes like Harry's and then now Duke Cannon. Not sponsored, but hey, look us up.
We're running long and I got to pee. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Russ signing out. Chris, close it out, baby, because I got to pee.
Thank you to everybody who has joined in and watched this live stream of the Empty Slate, episode 25. The podcast will be up later this evening or first thing in the morning. I'm going to work on it. I swear it's not going to be late like the other ones. But until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
Take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll see you down the road.